Now, there's no end in sight for Malawi's electricity problems, which have seen the country experiencing power blackouts for as long as 10 to 12 hours every day for the past 2 months. The problem exists in many countries around the continent. So we asked you for your experiences and creative solutions to this.
My name is Chimweme John Paul Manyozo. I'm from Malawi. The solution to this problem is to diversify the energy sources that we use. What we need is to invest in solar energy. Already there is a tax reduction on the importation of solar energy products. We can also invest in eco-friendly generators. They are affordable.
This BBC Martin Minyel from Uganda. There's no need to rely on these generators or whatever. We should make good use of the hydroelectricity power. We should make good use of our 24-hour sun.
I'm Blessings Deva in Blantyre, Malawi. And when I come from work, sometimes I have unfinished work, which I sometimes plan that I'll finish at home. But when I go home, I found that there is no electricity. So it's really affected my work progress.
This is Joseph Garrick from Freetown, Sierra Leone. Most of these African countries suffering from this power shortage supply have so many waterfalls in which, if the government is wise enough, can construct so many dams for a 24-hour supply of electricity.
Well, as you heard, the mention of hydroelectricity, and much of Malawi's electricity does come from hydroelectric plants. Its sole power distributor, Escom, recently announced that things will only get worse as they wait for the rains to begin. Meanwhile, the country's Natural Resources, Energy and Mining Minister, Brighton Saka, has accused the sole power distributor, Escom again, of not doing enough to end the power blackouts. So for reaction, I've been speaking to Kitty Chingota. She is the public relations manager for the company.
Yes, let me point out that we do load forecasting for a week, and we do it a week in advance. And the load forecasting that we've been doing, indeed, all things being equal, we are to stick to that load shedding program. Our system is very old and we have a lot of faults. We do sometimes take out some machines just to maintain the system. And in the end, we take them out on emergency or due to a fault, and that makes it difficult for us to stick to the load shedding program.
Without warning to the public, so hospitals are affected, your domestic consumers are affected. The Malawian Chamber of Commerce and Industry says 60% of production is down in Malawi. This is taking a heavy toll on business and on the people of Malawi.
Let us start with the hospitals. We do not load shed the main referral hospitals. We ensure they get electricity 24/7, and that is a fact. As for the industry, we have come up with a mechanism whereby we've encouraged the industry to produce at night, and we've even dangled a low tariff for that.
But how do you respond when the government accuses you of not doing enough to provide reliable power and also to end the power blackouts in Malawi?
That one is a tricky one. Escom reports to government, and when Escom is implementing any project, major projects, government approves those projects. So I think that's what I can say.
Now, I wonder how you feel amongst yourselves as workers of this organization. Do you think you're being blamed for something that you really are not in control of, that the government is the one that should be investing in order for you to be able to deliver power to Malawians?
At times we feel sad when we get such accusations, because I'll give you an example of Fungula Power Station. It was commissioned by the former President Kamuzu Banda in 1966. And that station is running up to now. The spares are obsolete. Our men, they do fabricate spare parts. That machine should have been boarded off way back. But we are having to struggle to get it up and running. We need to invest in the energy sector. We need to invest in generation, and we need to ensure that Escom systems are either upgraded or we invest in other systems altogether. But presently, Escom is doing its best. If people came and see how our men are working, they will really feel sorry for us.
Kitty Chingota in Malawi.